Mm-mm-mm. This is going to be an odd recording today, I will admit. Um, I do not have any co-hosts today. We don't have Courtney, we don't have Tom, we don't have anyone. It is literally just me today. So this is a solo podcast episode of Overshared. Um, I've always talked about doing this and saying like, oh yeah, if someone can't make it, I'll just record by myself. It's whatever. But it's never happened. I always try to get someone, or we end up finding other time. But Courtney's traveling. She is thinking Paris, and then Tom I invited, but just timing wise, it would end up being a lot later in the week. So here we are doing a solo podcast, and I was like thinking about this for the past few days, and I'm just like, what do I talk about? What do I talk about? And obviously, like the main thing I want to talk about is movies because it's like the easiest thing. It's the most fun thing, or sports. But obviously, I have another podcast for that. And I took all these notes. I was kind of thinking about like what I should do. And I came to the realization of like, you know what? Let me just go in and just see what happens. Not really prepare and then just come in. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do. And let's see if we can stretch this out for hour and a half. Hopefully, we'll see. Also, I don't know if I'm sick or something, but wouldn't be surprised with the week I've had, and I'll explain that in a sec. But my nose is sniffly a little bit, so if I do end up sniffing or whatever a lot, I apologize. Maybe I'll try to mute myself, but it sucks because I don't have someone to talk to that I can mute myself and cough or whatever it is. But yeah, like oh my god, people, people listening. It it's so funny. This is so weird. I've never done this. Um, but I keep thinking because I watch the Avant podcast and he'll do some podcast by himself, and I just try to think like, okay, like how does he do? Like how does he go about it? And I'm already like fidgeting so much because it's awkward to like look at the camera when it's just by yourself for a podcast. But yeah, you know, I've had a bunch of like random thoughts that I've kind of just written down that I thought could be interesting, and so that's kind of been my thought process so far. Honestly, um, we'll see. Maybe I'll look at some of the other stuff that we talked about in past weeks that maybe we didn't cover, because that could be also interesting. Maybe things that I wanted to talk about that we just didn't get to, or Courtney wouldn't allow me to talk about. um, but I, for the first time in a few months, maybe, I went to bed before midnight. On Friday, I went to bed at 11:45 p.m. And that is very early for me because I am normally doing stuff at that point because I don't like sleeping. But the reason for this was because I had stayed up not 48 hours, but like low key pushing 48 hours. I On Wednesday, I went to work, obviously, 8 hours. And then I stayed up till 3 a.m. Wednesday night. Went, got up, went to work at 7:30, or like got up at 7:30. Then from work Thursday, I was working on this project, and I worked on that project from 6:30. So I got home around 6:10, did my laundry, got back to my apartment room, and then from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. I was working on this project. I was so locked in, and I also I think I took a 20-minute break. That's it. Besides like going and grabbing my laundry and using the bathroom or whatever, I took a 20-minute break for that whole however many hours it was. Um like 13 hours or something, or 12 hours. Yeah, 13 hours. I took a 20-minute break, and this was at 12:30. Because I realized I hadn't eaten, so I like made some ground turkey and rice and some eggs, and I mean it was like leftover, so I just heated it up, and I watched 20 minutes of a YouTube video, and then I was realizing I'm like, oh, I need to get back to work. So that was crazy. And then from 9:30, I took like an hour nap because I mean I didn't even like really go to sleep. I just like I laid down and closed my eyes for an hour, and I didn't really fall asleep, but probably was needed. Then I went to work and worked till 6. I really hit the wall around 5 p.m. though. Like I felt like delusional, and then when I got to work at um uh like 11, I think I went to work. I was like I was like shaking, which it's not good, but like my hands were like shaking at work, and I was like, okay, wow, we are full on tweaking out right now because of lack of sleep. But I like went and got lunch with a friend, and so like that was good because then it like forced me to walk and get out, and it was pretty nice out, so that was kind of nice. But then I came home and one of my coworkers was telling me like Sebastian, you look like you haven't slept, like you look tired, and I'm just like, yeah, well, I am fucking tired, but got pushed through, and then but like I'm not gonna come home because people were telling me like, oh, go home, go to sleep. Like my mom was telling me to go to sleep. I'm like, I can't just come home and go to sleep at like 7 o'clock. Like that's way too early. I'm just gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and then just like that's just gonna suck. Um, Looking back, that could have been a kind of a move though. Like forcing myself to go to bed really early and then waking up really early, like because like on the weekends in the morning when it's really early, like that's the best. Or honestly, like early mornings in New York before everyone's awake is actually just so elite because no one's on the street, the city is dead and empty, and it's just like it's apocalyptic feeling. It's crazy because like you don't see that ever, and so it's just kind of a cool vibe to be in. And then once it hits like 8 a.m., things ramp up, and once it hits 9 a.m., everyone's out. But from like 4 to 7 a.m., there's nothing happening, and it's amazing. So I was like, maybe I could have done that, thinking back now, but I didn't. I ended up going to bed at so that night I was like, okay, well, I need to force myself to stay awake a little bit because I can't just go to bed immediately. Also, I didn't want to. Also, I think part of me was like, can we like how far can I push this not sleeping thing, which obviously is not healthy, but and I've stayed up for 43 hours in the past, but I was just kind of just pushing it because I was like, let's see, like why not? Um, and I did have to work a little bit, so I ended up coming home, working on this project for like 2 hours, I think. I went for a walk, grabbed some food. I grabbed some pasta from this joint a couple blocks away. Honestly, it was so rich. I think it was this carbonara. It was so rich and like milky, and I mean, it was good. It was like too much. Um, so I ended up not finishing it, but that was kind of unfortunate. And I've had their pasta before, and I think I just need to get like the meat sauce pasta, like the rigatoni, I want to say. But the carbonara was fine. It was just too rich, too milky, and being lactose intolerant, that was not a good mix. But I ate that, took a shower, got in bed probably around 10-ish, and then like laid there, kind of was just like on my phone watching a movie, National Treasure 2. And then at 11:30-ish, I'm like realizing I'm like falling asleep, and so I was like, you know what, why not? So I put my phone away at 11:45, go to sleep, wake up at 9:30. I honestly did not feel that well rested, which is weird, but I know I'm probably good because I got like over 9 hours of sleep, which for me is crazy. Um, and it's funny because I talk about sleep so much, and I feel like people don't like people who talk about shit like that because it's like, okay, sorry, one sec. Jesus Christ. Okay. Don't know why that was being so annoying, but my lighting over there kept turning so it wasn't facing me. Um, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh my god. What was I saying? Chat. Wait, can I replay this? How do I replay this? Chat, let me know. Um, What was I talking about? I was talking about people who talk about sleep. Yeah, always fun. Um, Obviously, I talk about sleep a lot because I don't get a lot, and I think no one likes when people make this their whole personality. Like, oh, like there's always those jokes of like, you come to work and it's like, yeah, bro, like I didn't get any sleep this week, and then everyone's like, oh my god, like, how are you functioning right now? Like, you need a medal or something, and that's truly how I feel. I feel like I truly do deserve a medal or some sort because what? Like, come on. Like, I am built fucking different. All jokes aside, though, I just, yeah, it ends up being a topic because it just happens too often. And it's not even like a thing that I'm trying to. I don't even know. It just happens way too often. But I like didn't even feel that well rested, which is crazy. And then that night I like stayed up till 3 a.m. or whatever it was. But you know how it goes. We got back on the same bullshit that I'm normally on. But it was weird because I had like mixed feelings because obviously staying up all night is crazy, and obviously I don't recommend it. And I had a good reasoning for it. I was working on a project and it was just taking me so long, and I needed to finish it. Um, and it literally took me the entire night. So it was very odd sitting down at my computer at my desk when it's light out like this, like around this time, kind of, um, and watching the sun go down, seeing all the other apartments of people, and like their lights are on, people are doing whatever. It's a Thursday, and then slowly you see them all the lights turn off, and then like there's maybe a couple lights that are on, including mine, and then you start to see the sun come out at like 4ish. You kind of see it break through the sky, through the clouds, and then you see some of the lights turn on, and then you see the sun come out, and then again it's fully light at 6:30, and you're like, oh, it's weird because it feels like it's still yesterday. Like it still feels like it's the same day because you haven't slept. But it's odd because those hours went by so quickly, which I don't know. I feel like that doesn't make sense, but it went by so quickly, and it felt like a fever dream, honestly. But there also is an aspect where like I got so much done. Obviously, it took me a long effing time to get all this done, but I got so much done, and it makes me almost want to pull more all nighters, which I don't plan on doing. But like sometimes I'm get if like maybe on the weekends, but sometimes I get overwhelmed with the amount of stuff I need to do every day. And so every day it's like a hierarchy of like what I need to get done. And it's like, okay, well, I need to do this. Like I need to work on the podcast or whatever it is. But then it's like, okay, well, this other thing I need to do, like, okay, I have 2 clips for the podcast. I can like I'm good for the next 2 days or whatever. Okay, well, I can put that aside. Or well, I haven't posted this to YouTube, or like I need to edit this other video or work on this other project or whatever it is, or like build this website. It's like all these things take in hierarchy. So it's like, okay, like what do I need to get done? All right, I have the clips, like the podcast has been edited. The like, okay, I need to finish building this website. Like, okay, let me do that. Well, that actually I can probably wait on. I need to do this other project. So every single day it's like a hierarchy. And honestly, like staying up late kind of showed me like I could probably get so much done if I didn't have to freaking sleep, bro. Like I've been preaching this. I hate having to sleep. Like I love laying in bed, especially in the morning. Like laying in bed in the morning, or like after you've showered, like from working out and like you're tired from the day. Like those are great feelings. But I don't love the act of sleeping. Like I think it's like obviously it's healthy for you and it's good for you, but it's like it drives me crazy because it's such a waste of time, and I hate it. It makes me so mad. Um, and so like staying up all night made me realize like, man, if I could do this all the time, like, and I could feel fully recovered, and I wouldn't have to like worry about like the health problems when it comes to not sleeping, like that would be so elite. Um, and like you could just get so much done, and it just oh god, it just drove me crazy. And but also like going outside at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. is kind of fun too, and being able to do that and like you're fully rested, but no one else is awake, you're out doing shit, like, ah, it'd be so cool. Um, but that's that. I don't feel like I don't need to talk about that anymore, but I was running on fumes Thursday and Friday, and it was rough, but we're here now, so woof woof. Um, but before I move on, welcome back to Overshared episode 27. For some reason, I wanted to say 67 because in second string, we're almost there. We're 3 episodes away from that. And so 27 at 40, what do we get? Bro, this is crazy. I'm by myself. I'm doing this. What am I doing? Oh my God, chat, are we cooked? Well, at least I laugh at my own jokes. Wait, here, let me take a photo of this solo episode real quick. You gotta let the people know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh damn, Courtney just sent me a Snapchat. She's literally in Paris. That's insane. Hmm. Hmm. Solo ep. Bro, we're kind of just out here, honestly, right? Like fecking boys, we're just fecking out here. Am I right, boys? Like, let's fecking go. You know what I mean? Get on the fucking Droski. Okay. Um, maybe you guys want me to act something out? Should I act something out? Should I pull up some lines here? Ooh, wait, what do we have? What do we have? So I'm currently working actually on this script right now. Also, want to see the way I memorize this shit? Sorry, this is a very side topic that I'm not going to put much. I'm not going to talk about for very long. But I'm by myself. I can talk whatever I want. So talk about whatever I want, and you have no say in it. So shut up, okay? All right. This is how I memorize lines. By the way, does this make me look crazy? Like I feel like I literally look like I'm schizophrenic. Like, um, the movie, oh my God, how am I forgetting this movie? A Beautiful Mind. I feel like I'm literally that character. Um, where I'm just imagining this. Like, am I imagining this recording? Like, I don't know, maybe. Um, but basically, is I take the the first letter of each word, and I write it down for like by line or sentence by sentence, and then I say it back to myself, and I just keep doing that over and over again for every line, and I slowly, but not slowly, actually quickly and surely memorize the lines, which is crazy. Um, and I found that system to be very good. So every person who tries to memorize shit for acting or whatever it is has their system, and that's my system, and it's great. But I don't even know how I got onto that topic, but yeah. Wild. Okay, wow. Let's move on. So obviously, I'd love to talk about movies. And we will. We will. I think I'll get to that in a sec. I'm just looking at my notes, and I literally don't have much else, so it might have to be made most of the podcast here. But I try to think about like how can we get clips from this. Like all right, you know what I mean? Like, sheesh, yeah, 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 fucking Martin. Um, this is kind of how my head is constantly. This is kind of just I'm just now speaking it out loud. Like I straight up will be like, "Oh, bro, like what are we doing? Like why did I say that? Like Martin, like what are we doing? Like or like I'll just have like random dialogue, like conversations, or arguments about random things with like two characters, and it's like the most random thing. I'll just be in my room, and suddenly I'm just like, oh, like Betsy was just, oh man, did you hear about her? Like that's crazy. I hate when people do this, and then I just start thinking about like, well, the person responding is just like, bro, like you can't be doing all that. Like then I'll try to like put some sort of accent, like um, my immediate thought was probably not a good accent to do. But like, oh crikey, like I can just hear Courtney right now saying, bro, like just laughing because this accent's so bad. I can't even think of an accent right now, but um I just have like these full on conversations between these two characters that don't exist about a topic that is just nothing. It's literally a nothing topic. It's just like it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Like I'll be in my room like folding my laundry or just like putting my socks on because the dogs are out. Not right now, actually. The dogs are not out. So Courtney, you're welcome. But I'll just have this full on conversation between these two characters in my head, and then I'll kind of realize it. Like, wait, how did it even happen? Like, How is this happening? I don't know. I'm curious if other people have dealt with this. Dealt with sounds crazy. That sounds like it's like a disability or whatever. But um, yeah, I'm curious if other people have those thoughts. Yeah, but um, it's funny because I was like trying to come up with a transition there to movies, and I realized I had no transition. Then I looked at my notes and I saw another transition to another topic that could be interesting. But then I was like, oh, that feels weird the way I started that. And now I'm telling you how I'm going to transition to that. So speaking of talking on the elevators, I'm curious if other people notice this, and I think this is a very funny thing that like humans do on the elevator. So a lot of times, like in my building at least, not everyone it talks on the elevator. Like people have headphones in, like end of the day, whatever, you don't want to talk. And it's always funny because I'll like go on, you just click your button, the other person clicks their button, and like no one talks, and then they get off later. Like no one says anything. But it's really funny sometimes on the elevator when like someone's hands are full, and so then like you're like, oh, what floor? If you're polite, and you like click their floor for them. Maybe you don't say anything else for them to them on the elevator, and then when they get to their floor, they're like, all right, like have a good day. You're like, yeah, you too. And it's just funny how like one small little dialogue of just what floor do you live on makes you feel like you have to then say like, all right, have a good day. And obviously, like you should because it's polite, but it's just funny that because you have the one little interaction, it then causes you to have another interaction at the end of it, even though you're not even having an interaction in between it. And I was just thinking about that the other day because that happened as well. Where there's this girl who got onto my elevator and she had like two bags in her hands, and I was like, oh, like what floor? And she ended up putting the bags down, and she was like, oh, it's all good, and she clicked it. And she was closer to the buttons anyways. But then like we didn't talk, and then she got off, and she was like, oh, have a good day. And then I was just like, fuck you. No, I was like, yeah, you too. Um, but it just made me think like that's so funny that like that's what happens. Um, and I'm literally thinking right now about when I go back and edit this or I go back and listen to it because I listen to every podcast that I post. And how fun I feel like I'm just gonna be listening to like a voice notes message that's just 2 hours long. Now that I'm thinking about this, that's so awkward, but that's so funny. Um, but yeah, it's really funny how the interactions you have on the elevators um, can be so awkward, but kind of wholesome at the same time because you're like trapped in this rectangular box, and your conversation only lasts however long until you get to your floor. And so it kind of forces you to like try to come up with stuff. But yeah, just a funny interaction that I noticed. Also, I'm just trying to think about like trying to take note of like funny interactions that I have in life or like I see so I can like write it down and I'll try to film it because I think that would be fun. But I haven't seen a lot recently, or just maybe not paying attention. I don't know. Um, but um, another thought I was having earlier this week was, bro, I live in New York City. Like, I live in New York City. Like, that's just it's kind of crazy because I was watching. It might have been Devil Wears Prada, honestly, or I was watching some movie where that was set in New York, and it's like in every movie that's set in New York, it's like the bustling. I don't even know if that's right. but whatever. The busy streets of New York, people walking, all the cars, the honking, like the noises, the buildings, like all the lights. It's like the fast pace. Like they really show this in the movies. And and when you go outside, when you live here, you realize how many people that you hear over here talking have accents that aren't from here. And it's hard to know sometimes who's actually from here just by looking at them. Not always. Obviously, I'm not from here, so I'm a transplant. But it's very funny just like seeing that. And then like because I feel like I take it for granted sometimes because I'm like, wow, I am in New York. I never thought I'd live here. Growing up, this was never like a goal of mine. And then like randomly 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was like, let's move to New York. Like, there's probably some opportunities there. Like my cousins lived out here. I had visited a couple times and I loved it. And I was like, what? Like, why not? And then I did it, and it was really cool. And I kind of want to go back to like there are times where I want to go back to when I didn't live here and I was only visiting, and so I didn't understand anything because I have like this distinct memory of being in these certain locations within the city that I had never been to when I didn't live here, and I was like, "What?" And then now I've like revisited those locations, and it's so weird because I don't get that same feeling because it's like now that because like I know the streets and everything, so I kind of know how everything works. Even if I'm in an area that I don't know that well, I can kind of figure out where I need to go because I know like what's uptown, east town, east town, uptown, downtown, east, west. Um, and so it's just like a very weird thing. And then I was just thinking like, man, like bro, like you are literally in one of the most popular cities in the world, the place that so many movies are set, so many TV shows are set, places where people dream about living. Like people in comments I see all the time saying like, one day I'm gonna live there. And it's crazy because like when you think about living in New York City, it's like living in Manhattan, living in a high rise with a view. Like that is everyone's goal, I feel like, when you think about living in New York. Obviously, once you're here, you kind of get a taste for it, and then like your opinions might change, and then maybe you move to Brooklyn or you live in a walk up in the West Village or East Village or whatever it is. But I feel like a lot of people's visions for moving to New York is always high rise, view, city. Like, and it's crazy because that's literally what I'm doing now. I live in a high rise. I have a view, a crazy view of the Empire State Building. I'm on the 40th floor, and it's just it was just like a wild thought because like partly because I haven't been to my rooftop in months. Partly because it was winter and it's not open, but it's just like it's just weird because I used to go up there like every night and just like look at the view and listen to music and stuff. Um, but it's weird because I feel like I take it for granted sometimes. You kind of forget that you're in this crazy city that people like dream about living in, and I did too for a little bit, and then now I'm here. I've accepted it, and I'm just so used to it. But there are times where I have to like pinch myself and be like, "Bro, like you live in New York. Like that's insane." Um, and like as annoyed as I okay, for as annoyed as I get with slow walkers in New York, at the same time I try to like give them some leeway because they're probably tourists. Maybe it's their first time in New York. It's the first time in this type of environment, and they don't know like how people walk fast and people hate when people stop in the middle of the street, even though it seems like that would be common knowledge, but they might not get that. And they're experiencing it for the first time, or like they're looking up at the crazy buildings and how tall they are, um and like they're mesmerized by it. Whereas like if you live here, you're kind of used to it, and so you maybe take it for granted a little bit. And so I try to give them some leeway sometimes, um, just because it's like what, it could be their first time. Like, like, why would I hate on someone for that? Um, but slow walking does get quite annoying. So just I just think it should be common sense though, at the same time to like, if you are walking slow, or if you do if it's busy and you stop, just move over. Like, bro, like literally. So I went and saw The Sheep Detective this weekend with my friend, and we're leaving, and she's like kind of in front of me because it's like super busy, and this guy's walking. We're like in the like Times Square area, 42nd AMC, and so it's very busy, especially on a Friday night at like 9 p.m. Super busy. There's this dude who's like walking with his friend group. Bro is walking backwards, so he has no idea what he's doing. Doesn't know where he's going. And as we walk by, I was like really walking backwards, and on this street is crazy. I said something like that, but like very calmly, and I just kept walking. Um, and she laughed because she's like, "Wow, that's literally exactly." Because then I like joked about it, and she's like, "That's literally how you said it. That's insane." She's like, "Did that piss you off?" And I was like, "Not really. It's just kind of funny." Even though I feel like it kind of did piss me off a little bit, partly because right beforehand there was a lady who was walking, or there's a dude who was walking with his headphones on, just staring down at his phone. He wasn't looking at like maps. He was just like playing a game or like scrolling through Instagram. And I was like, bro, like you're in a busy area. Look up, because like I have to get out of your way. Like, no. So, um, yeah, I feel like you try to give people leeway, but sometimes it can be annoying. But yeah, yeah. Um, I'm literally just trying to kill time about topics right now because I'm gonna get to movies at some point here. Um, I guess I could talk about the Met Gala. Let's see. I had some ideas for this. Um, I mean, honestly, I feel like there's only one look that I thought that was like, all right, this is like the only look that I feel like is worth talking about, and I feel like we could probably guess who that is that I'm speaking about. Um, and it's Sabrina Carpenter. Her Sabrina Carpenter's dress for the Met Gala was so good. It looked so good, and it was crazy because it was built from the film of the movie Sabrina, which is crazy, and like the thought process behind this is insane. But it looked mad uncomfortable. Like when you looked at the details of it, I feel like that would just like scrape and like rip up your body. Um, but she looked stunning. Um, and I'm realizing, like, bro, she is. I feel like she's my number one celebrity crush now. It's crazy. For a while it was Haley, but I feel like it's Sabrina because Sabrina's been moving different. I feel like. Um, it was so funny because I texted Justin uh earlier today because it was Sabrina's birthday yesterday. I think it was yesterday. She turned 27. I sound like a stalker right now, bro. This is not okay. Um, but I was like, I texted Justin saying, uh, Sabrina's birthday, 27th birthday today. He didn't respond to me. So 12 hours later, I texted him saying, not acknowledging this just means you'll never end up with her. He says, ain't no way bro is saying this while also being a Barry Keoghan fan. Which is really funny. But yeah, dude, she looked really good. And Justin, I called dibs. Um, but yeah, so I feel like I thought the whole Met Gala theme was interesting. It was kind of like a callback to like old art, like Renaissance stuff. Um, I described that wonderfully, by the way. Um, but I feel like this year with the Met Gala more than most years, like the celebrities and the people behind the outfits did like a very good job of staying like on theme or really making it like pretty literal with the theme. Um, whereas I feel like in past years, you can't really see necessarily the connection between the theme and like what people are wearing, or there is sometimes a connection, but I feel like people will really, uh, really reach for things, and maybe it's just like a little harder to see it. Maybe the theme's just more difficult. But this year, I felt like it was the stylist did like a very good job with the callbacks to these moments in history and like this art in history um which I think was really cool. Yeah, like I mean um what's her name? I mean Heidi Klum always kills it, and I mean her Met Gala outfit this year was like creepy, but it was exactly like the statue that it was based on. Um the Veiled Vessel. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, her eyes in this are insane. Jesus. But yeah, I mean the Met Gala. What are we gonna say? I don't got really nothing else to say. Just interesting. Um, what like? Well, I don't even understand what the Met is. Like, do they just dress up and they just go into this building and do they sit and like look at art? Or do they just walk in and then hang out and then leave? Like, I don't really understand like the whole thing about the Met. I guess, but I'm probably just a casual. Hmm. Um. Anyways, there's not much else here with that. Oh, actually, last thing. I I loved Ben Stiller at the Met because his outfit was just like a navy suit with an orange tie. Obviously, his heart is in MSG, quoted from him. He's a big Knicks fan, and he was missing a Knicks game, but I don't think he's ever been to the Met, so he felt like I think he had to go. But there's a TikTok where a lady said "Go Knicks," and he's like, "Ah, oh, I wish I was there." And obviously Timothy Chalamet skipped out on the Met because he went to MSG, went to watch the game, which I respect. Plus, he's been invited more times than Ben Stiller has. But it's just so funny because like Ben Stiller truly is a Knicks fan, and I think it's so sick. Um, yeah, it's so funny. Well, there's a lot of looks here that I actually did not even see. Also, there's a lot of celebrities here that I don't even know. Okay, I feel like Russell Wilson, like his outfit here is sick, but I feel like he's doing a little too much. But that's kind of Russell Wilson in general. I feel like he's always a little cringy. He's always doing a little too much. But I do respect him kind of just being out there doing stuff like that. Obviously his wife Ciara. I mean, it looks cool. I like the fits. It's just a lot. I don't know. I don't know if that's mean to say, but who's this? Whoa. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that really stands out? Um I mean, Jafar Jackson's fit was clean. I actually really like this. Um, because I'm not really showing you guys, but this fit's cool too. But yeah, anyways, I think that's how much I'll probably cover for this. I don't really have anything else to say about the Met. Um, okay, well, should we get into some movies? Should we talk about some movies I've seen recently? Okay. I wish I had more to talk about. It's hard to talk about like drama and stuff that's going on in the world when I don't have my co-host to talk about it with, because some of this stuff I'm not nearly well versed in or know about. So I don't want to like speak to a bunch of things I don't really know anything about. So I'm just not gonna. But yeah. Okay. So I just want to look at like some of the movies I've seen recently. So two, three, four, one, two, three. So in the month of May, I've seen 8 movies, um, which doesn't feel like a lot, honestly, but I guess it's a decent amount. Looks like April I saw a lot more. Um, but I saw Deep Water, which was the movie Deep Water. It's just like not good. I enjoyed the plane scene when they're going down, I thought that was actually like the strongest part of the movie. But everything after that was just like I was not in it. And I just feel like we're overdoing the shark movies. I don't know if this is a hot take, but like Jaws, I think is an amazing movie. Outside of that, I can't really think of another shark movie that's really great. Like The Meg is entertaining, but it's not very good. Um, the other Jaws movies aren't very good, except for maybe Jaws 2. I'm not sure, but I can't even think of another shark movie. I feel like I mean, besides like animated movies, I feel like they just don't do a good job with the shark movies. And Deep Water to me is another example of that. It's like the CGI is so obvious, and it just doesn't look good. It's so unrealistic, and I know it's a movie, but I just think it's overdone. It just really takes me out of it, and I just do not enjoy it. Um, and obviously, like the premise of this Deep Water movie is it's entertaining, and the idea of crash landing in the ocean and then sharks are also in the ocean is entertaining. But it's like one, the sharks were attacking so quickly, or they weren't attacking. Um, also, like the cover for Deep Water is literally like takes so much inspiration from Jaws, which I think is cool, but it's just like too much. I don't know. I mean the cover photo is pretty cool. I can't even lie actually, but it just the movie just wasn't that good. It just really wasn't worth it. Um, it would have been a fun movie to be in though, for sure. I mean, 2.7 rating honestly is low key better than I expected. Um, I just want to see the top reviews or like the top people who actually put this at high, like 5 stars. Um, let's see. So many jump scares. Watching theaters, so good. Hmm. Generally had me on the edge of my seat in the way they were able to switch the plot along with some of the different passengers. It was absolute cinema. Okay, I mean, I feel like I'm being too much of a hater. Man, see, this is the problem that I run into with movies. I feel like, um, is like to me, Deep Water was not a good movie, and I did I enjoy it? Moments for sure, but in general, overall, didn't really love it. And but then again, like when I'm looking through Letterboxd, I'm seeing all these other reviews of people who are giving it 5 stars, who've seen it a couple times, or who are like absolutely loving it, saying absolute cinema. Like that's awesome because that's like you realize that it's so subjective. Everyone, you can't like shit on someone for liking a movie because it's subjective. It's like it's what they like. Like people will shit on Dune and people will shit on um uh like all these amazing movies, one battle after another, and say like this is a terrible movie. But then other people will say this is the best movie of my life. Like this is the best movie I've ever seen. Like for me, Sinners is an amazing movie, and I saw it 6 times in theaters, and I absolutely love it. But there are other people that say this movie sucks. So it's just like, and that's objectively a good movie. So it's very interesting, kind of just seeing the differences that people have. And so like, obviously, I'm saying Deep Water isn't a very good movie, but obviously, there's people that enjoy it, and so I feel bad saying it's not a good movie because it's like I feel like I'm saying that as like a fact, and that shouldn't be. It's just like I myself did not like this movie that much. I can see how people would like this movie, and clearly there were people that liked this movie. Um, because obviously it's subjective. But yeah, that's it's so interesting. I don't know. Okay. So that's that. Hopefully I can get a clip out of that. Yeah, so like my review for this was I feel like shark movies are an area that really needs to improve or should not be made anymore. The plane going down sequence was solid, and the old lady was funny. Yeah, honestly, the old lady in Deepwater was funny. She was definitely a highlight of that movie. Um, I also saw Devil Wears Prada 2 again last night with my buddy. Um, and it was good. And oh my god, I literally pulled the exact thing that I hate when people do. I got to the movie late. I didn't realize the movie had started. I thought it was still previews because it was still within the time span of previews. And I walked in. I knew exactly where Haig was sitting, and I like sat down and he was like right on the edge, like near the entrance. And I was like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" And I went to dap him up, and he's just like he's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And I realized the movie's playing. Like it's like probably 5 minutes in, and I literally just did the exact thing that I hate when people do, which is crazy. Um, but I saw it again. It was still good. Like it's just like I feel like I feel like you can't shit on Devil Wears Prada 2 because like this is a type of movie like you're not watching it because it's like a cinematic masterpiece. You're watching it because it's a sequel to a movie that was already like a fun, entertaining movie. Again, not a masterpiece cinematically, but like it's just a fun movie. And then this is just like the sequel to that fun movie, which is also fun. And it's just easy to watch, which is really nice to have sometimes. Um, and so I saw it again and I enjoyed it still. So, and I felt like it went by quickly. It was just good, you know? And then I watched National Treasure, which, dude, National Treasure is so good. I feel like it's low key kind of underrated. And I give this 5 stars because it's like nostalgic, but like the music in it's really good. It like, it like inspires you. It makes you want to like go look for treasure, which I don't recommend doing because that shit is scary when you think about it. Like cave divers and stuff like that. And the fact that they survived in this movie is crazy. Obviously a movie, but it's such a good movie. And so then I watched the second one, and that one also is elite. I'm like I want let me look this up. I'm curious if they're making a third National Treasure. Let's see. National Treasure 3. Because I thought I heard something that it was in development or something. Um oh wow, okay. So it looks like National Treasure 3 is in development through Disney. The plot is unknown at this time. So God, it's gonna come out in so long then. Okay. Apparently there's a National Treasure Edge of History. What is this? What is 20-year-old dreamer sets off on exploration to discover the mystery of her family history. With the help of her friends, seek to recover historic lost treasure. I'm curious if this has any ties to the originals. I feel like it probably doesn't, and it doesn't look great. Also, I think this is a TV show, not a movie. Yeah, I think yeah. Oh yeah, this is a TV show. Okay, I'm not gonna watch this. This doesn't look very good. But National Treasure, dude, elite, elite. Um, and then I saw the movie Sheep Detective. Okay, I was hyped for Sheep Detective before it came out, like when the trailer came out, because it just looked. My throat is really dry. Suck. Um, a Sheep Detective. It looked just really entertaining in the trailers I saw, and again, it looked like a fun, easy watch, and I really enjoyed this movie. It was just like a Knives Out with sheep, and Knives Out is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this movie kind of matched that similar vibe, which was awesome. But it's with sheep, and then it also ended up being like really wholesome, but kind of sad too. Like I teared up in two moments in this movie, which I was not expecting. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I would 100% watch this again. Oh my god, bro! So that's kind of like the movies I saw recently. But I want to rank so far my 2026 movies. Um, I'm just gonna tell you that my top 10 right now. Wait, let me one sec. Let me just see if I'm missing any movies real quick. Because I feel like there's some I'm missing. Well, I'm seeing the new movie Obsession this week, um, on Friday, which I'm super excited for. It looks so cool. Um, and honestly, the Curry Baker, Curry Barker, the guy who directed Obsession, I have not seen this movie yet, but I love his skits. Him and his friend, I love their skits. I think they're so funny. I love the path they're on, and like dudes like that are so inspirational to me because they come from like the YouTube, social media, TikTok world where they're making shorts for TikTok and whatnot, and it's really inspirational because you see that you can actually go from that to then directing feature films like that now that Curry is doing, and like he made his feature and then now he's set to direct the new Clayface, um or not Clayface, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever, um but like the Leatherface dude, and then he directed some other movie as well. I think there's a comedy or something, but it like truly does bring inspiration to me because it shows that like you don't necessarily need to have like the traditional route where you go to film school and then whatever, because they started in school and then they realized that it was kind of holding them back, and then here they are. So I really love that, and I think that's really awesome, and it's so inspirational, and so I'm like really excited for this movie to see this week. um I'm very curious how it's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be pretty. From what I understand, Obsession seems to be very scary. Which I like scary. I don't love not being able to sleep scary, but it just looks so good, and I love Curry Barker and like the stuff that he's been doing. So I'm excited to go see this, and I feel like this is a movie that's worth seeing even if it's going to give you nightmares. Because there are some movies like the Conjuring movies I know are good, but I refuse to watch them because it scares me. And I've tried to watch them, and I can't get past it. It just like creeps me out too much. Um, I will one day do it, but that is not today. Eventually. Um, but let me look at my top 10 movies here. So, let's see how accurate this actually is. Wait. Nope. 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 Oh my god. Why didn't it show the numbers on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so for 2026, these are my top movies so far. So at 10, I have The Rip, which is the Matt Damon, um, Ben Affleck cop movie. I thought it was solid, nothing crazy, but it was entertaining. At 9, I have Crime 101. Uh, this was just entertaining. People were kind of saying this is like the new Heat. Very much disagree with that, but it was like entertaining movie. I thought Barry Keoghan's character was sick, just kind of wild, which is kind of like describes him as an actor, and I really like him. So I thought that was really cool. Um, Number 8, I have How to Make a Killing. This was just entertaining. Glenn Powell kind of just doing more of these quick, fun movies aren't like these massive, crazy cinematic masterpieces, but just fun, entertaining. At 7, I have The Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. just I mean, it's the Peaky Blinders, like the fucking Peaky Blinders. Like you can't go wrong. It was sick. And then again, Barry Keoghan's in this one as well. I thought he does a very good job. The hate he gets is way too much. So fuck off, people. Six, I have Devil Wears Prada 2. This movie was a very good sequel, in my opinion. Very entertaining. I thought they did a very good job of continuing the story in a good way without going too hard in one direction. Not super like futuristic in terms of like NFTs or like not like futuristic, but like not too much like now, like not too many ties to that, which is really good. Um, no mention of COVID or anything like that, and just entertaining, easy watch movie. At number five, so we're at in the top five now. This is tough because I was battling between these two movies, and I'm gonna put Sheep Detective at number five. This movie is just so entertaining. It's wholesome. It'll make you tear up, and it's just like a funny idea. Plus, it's a mystery. Like I love mystery. I love like the Agatha Christie type of vibe. So that's fun. Number four, I have Michael. I know not everyone loves this movie, but as someone who like grew up loving Michael and like learning how to dance, watching his videos and loving his music, I loved this movie. And I've seen it twice and I'm down to go see it again. Now in the top three. Number three, I have the drama. This movie is really, really great. The writing and the camera work for this movie is so good. Being able to like describe the feeling of being paranoid through the lens is so well done. At number two, I have 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, just a continuation of that story. Just such a great movie. And like, I don't even know how to describe. I just love this movie. It's so good, and I really wish I'd saw it again, but I didn't. And then at number one, we have Project Hail Mary, which I think will stay my number one until The Odyssey and Dune Part Three comes out, and then I think Project Hail Mary will probably drop down to my number three movie, because I'm so excited for those other two. But right now, Project Hail Mary, so good, so good. So that is my current top 10. I do have some other movies here that are on my list, and currently do have Deep Water at the bottom of my list at number 22. So, yeah. Um, I don't know if this is a hot take, I realize, but I keep seeing people's reviews of movies, and a lot of people are putting Send Help in like their top 10 of 2026 so far, which I mean, again, subjective, like whatever. But I don't know. I just didn't think it was top 10 worthy. Um, like it's entertaining for sure, but like on the list of like top 10 movies, when I think about like the parameters, Send Help to me doesn't really fit that. But I don't know, maybe I feel like I just need to revisit this movie honestly, and then maybe my opinion will change. Just because like I think the things that took me out was just like kind of like the bad CGI of things, and then like just some plot holes I felt like. But maybe I'm just being a hater. Maybe I just need to go revisit because I did enjoy it, but I just don't think it's top 10 worthy. But I'm gonna go revisit this movie and come back. So don't hate on me, people. Okay, let's see. um, what else in my notes? I was thinking about the other day about my top animated movies of all time, and some of these movies I realize are kind of underrated. So I want to give you my top five animated movies of all time. I don't think this is going to be in a particular order because I can't really think of an order except for maybe number one. But I think these are the top, in my opinion, these are the top five animated movies of all time. I think Lion King is one of the goats. It is one of the best of all time. Again, not in order, but I love it. I think Surf's Up is like there's a lot of like lore and jokes about this movie, but it is genuinely such a good movie, and it's like it's nostalgic, and I love this movie so much. Um, 3, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, I believe it's called. Very underrated movie, a little older, but so good. And then kind of within the same breath of that is Treasure Planet. I think Treasure Planet is probably the most underrated animated movie of all time. It is so good, and I love like the vibe of this movie. It's like retro futurism in a way. I want to say that's kind of like the vibe that could be totally wrong, but I love this movie. It's so good. It's so underrated, and people need to like really get on that. And then number one, or just the fifth final one, is Ratatouille. And honestly, I think Ratatouille is my number one favorite animated movie of all time. It is just, it's so good. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just so good. Like chef's kiss, you know? But yeah, top five. Okay. Um, I did ask ChatGPT about things, um, for topics, but I was also going to talk about some scary movies here. Uh, I'm curious what people's thoughts are, like when the perfect time to watch a scary movie is. Because I was talking to one of my coworkers and she was saying like, "Oh no, you gotta like watch it at night, turn off all the lights." For me, that sounds terrible. Like that's when I don't want to watch a movie. I do not want to watch a movie, like a scary movie late at night with the lights off, because then they can get you. And I don't want that. Like I think my favorite time to watch a scary movie is like Saturday morning, you just wake up, you put on a movie at like 10 a.m. That is the best time to watch a scary movie, in my opinion. And like you shut the blinds or whatever. I mean, it's not gonna be dark, but that's great because then it's light outside. You don't have to go to bed, so like you're not maybe thinking about it in that moment. Maybe you think about it later on, but in that moment, you're like, I'm bliss, I'm chill. I don't have to worry about anything. Um, and so I'm curious what people think about that because I feel like some people will be on my side, but some people might not agree with that. So because I mean, there are people who genuinely like being scared. They like going to the movie theater, or not. Oh my god, that was crazy. That was a crazy stutter. Jesus, I can't even think of the word. Oh my god. Curious if Courtney will clock that. Oh my god. Um, that's a hard word to say. I will admit sometimes like all the ends, but I there are some people who enjoy being scared, and I like scary movies, but I do not enjoy being scared, which is why I don't watch movies, like scary movies, in my apartment at night or anywhere at night, unless it's in a theater. Because I like the idea, or I like the ability to, like, when you're done with the movie, you pull the blinds up, push the blinds up, and it's light outside. So it's just like you're not immediately going to bed and then like you're just thinking about this creepy movie where someone's watching you while you sleep or something. Um, so that's why I prefer during the day. But I know some people enjoy or like the act of just sitting in a dark room watching this fucking terrifying movie because it's like I love being immersed in a movie, but maybe not to that extent. Um, so yeah, let me know. Um, also, Courtney and I talked about this last week, like horrors that like it's like that TikTok trend, like horror like pet peeves or something, like horror having a budget. I think it was an example that Courtney said, and I realized I came up with another one, so I can't remember how it goes, but horror movie pet peeve is when people move seats, or when people buy a seat and then before the movie starts they're moving around sitting in another seat because it's a better seat, and then the actual people with the tickets come by and they're like, "Oh, we're here," and then they're like, "Oh, okay, sorry," and then they leave. For some reason, I hate that so much because this happened. This happened the other night when I was watching Cheap Detective. These few people were moving around a bunch. They kept grabbing the open seats, and then someone would come and be like, "Oh, you're in our seat," and then they would have to move. They'd move somewhere else. Then another people would come and they would have to move again, and they ended up just back in their normal seat because the whole theater was taken. Everything was like basically sold out. So like I hate that so much because it's just like either find a better time to come or just accept the seat that you're in. Don't take other people's seats unless we're like halfway through the movie and no one is sitting there and it's like a few seats. Sure, whatever. But not only is it distracting, it's just like it's just bad planning. And it's just very annoying to then have to sit there and watch someone be like, "Oh, you're in our seat," and then you just have this small interaction where it's like, "It's not your seat. Don't fucking sit there." I it drives me insane. I do not enjoy when people do that. Um, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It's so annoying. Um, because like I feel like some people then expect you to be like, oh well, like there's seats over there. Can you sit over there? It's like, no, I bought these fucking tickets, bro. I'm gonna sit here so you can move. I don't know. I probably did that when I was a teenager, but I never necessarily needed. It was always like theaters that were not busy, but it's just poor planning. Like, what are we doing? That's just that is a big pet peeve of mine when people move seats like that. Like, literally, fuck off. Insane behavior, honestly. Honestly, David, just you get murdered first, David. Um, okay, let's see. So I'm going through my notes. I literally just have like random things written down. Um, oh, this is so funny. But my one of my coworkers the other day or last week or whatever, she told me that I remind her of Heath Ledger, and I thought that was kind of sick because the Joker is like my all-time favorite movie character of all time. Like I said that twice, but um, and I love Heath Ledger. And it sucks that he's gone because I would have loved to have seen like the other movies that he could have done. But I thought that was a funny comparison. Um, hopefully it wasn't because she thinks I'm crazy. No, it's not. But I think because like my personality, she was like, "Oh yeah, she could kind of see that." But yeah, I don't really see it, but I liked the comparison, so that's really funny. So I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I think that's literally everything on my notes. That is insane. But I have some movie quizzes here that I wanted to do with you guys. And I haven't opened them or anything. So let's see. How do I share my screen? There we go. Let's go, boys. All right, let me just click on this one. I don't even know if this is the one I should do. Okay, so this first one is going to be a frame quiz. So I have to guess the movie based off the frame. Oh my God, how am I going to get this? I know I've seen this movie. And my first guess is Lion King, but I feel like this is not Lion King. But I'm going to just say Lion King because I can't think of anything else. Oh my God, Lion King. I think this is 2019 Lion King. That wasn't right. Shoot. Is this Lion King Mufasa? This is for sure one of the Lion Kings, though. Wait, what's the answer? I'm so confused. 30% failed. Avenger, Tintin, Ice Age. Top 10 titles for guesses, number 2. Did I just not pat? Does it not tell me the name of the 3? Okay, yeah, so this is the Mufasa movie. Okay, so I was right, but okay, so well, I guess that's the only thing we could do. Okay, that was sick. Okay. All right, let's do another one. So hopefully you guys can still see this because I can't tell if you can see this. Here, let me just stop sharing for a moment and then share again. Okay, so this is some Movie trivia. So let's see. Let's start off easy. Who said, "Oh, Wednesdays we wear pink" in Mean Girls? Well, I just quizzed Tom about this 2 weeks ago. But I feel like Regina wasn't the one that said this. But I'm gonna go with her because I don't know, and it wasn't her. God damn it! I don't even know. Oh, I don't even see. I don't even know the names of them. I just know Regina, but Amanda Seinfeld or whatever. Fire. Okay. Oh, what movie is this close up from? This is The Shining. Here's Johnny. Yeah, Elite, obviously. The code in the Matrix comes from the food recipe: stir fry recipe, sushi recipe, a meatloaf recipe, a cupcake recipe. Ooh, I want to say it was a meatloaf recipe. Sushi, damn it, that was gonna be my second guess. Shoot. I feel like I've heard this. Damn, that's annoying. Who voices Joy in from Inside Out? I'm pretty sure this is Amy Poehler. Yep. Let's go. Fucking love Amy. Also, Amy Poehler in Mean Girls is like the funniest person ever. I'm a cool mom. She just like has her camera out. Oh my god, just that one image of her just kills me. What country does Forrest Gump travel to as part of the ping pong team? I'm gonna say China. Yeah. Fun fact: I'm very good at ping pong. All right. What score did Elle Woods get on the LSAT in Legally Blonde? Bro, I have no idea. 175. 179. That was my instinct to click on. I didn't click on it. God damn it. Bro, I don't know. I don't know anything. Reese Witherspoon, fire. Also, they're coming out with a new Legally Blonde, so with a lady who kind of resembles her, so I'm curious how that is. True or false? Sean Connery wore a toupee in every James Bond movie. I'm gonna say false, but I feel like that's probably true. Yeah, of course it is. God damn it. He was balding. He started balding when he was 17. Oh my god. That sucks. Thank God I have good hair. What item is in every scene of Fight Club? I'm pretty sure it's a coffee cup. A Starbucks cup. Sick. Man, I need to rewatch that to see if that's true. Damn, is my knowledge not good? Like chat, am I cooked? Chat. Wait, what's chat saying? Oh wait, this isn't live. Shit, I'm crazy. Oh yeah, I'm schizophrenic. Fuck. Okay. Which film wasn't directed by Tim Burton? The Witches, Dumbo, Planet of the Apes, Corpse Bride. I have no idea. I don't even know. Oh my god. Okay, my instinct. I'm gonna go. Okay, Tim Burton. I think he did Dumbo. I've never heard of The Witches or The Corpse Bride. Planet of the Apes. I feel like he maybe didn't do Planet of the Apes, but I'm gonna go with my instinct and not click on that. So I'm gonna click The Witches. Oh, let's fucking go. Knew it. Knew it. So easy. Knew it. Come on. Come on. Stop playing with me. Which wasn't a rule for handling a mugwai in the Gremlins? Bro, I have no idea. Okay. Don't get them wet. Don't feed them lettuce. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't expose them to bright lights. Which wasn't a rule. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't feed them lettuce. I'm gonna say don't get them wet. Don't feed them lettuce. Sick. Awesome. Love that. Okay. I haven't seen that movie in so long, so I don't even know. What was the first movie to show a toilet flushing? Ooh, Psycho's really good. I'm gonna say Sis. I feel like Citizen Kane is too obvious. And in Psycho, I feel like in Psycho they did show it. I'm gonna say Psycho. Yes, I was gonna say I remember that scene. Let's go, baby, bro. We're just like low key just out here. You know what I mean? Let's fucking go. Which one of these movies came out in 1963? MASH, The Sword in the Stone, Doctor Dolittle, Pretty in Pink. I'm gonna say MASH. Sick. Not that. Okay, awesome. The Sword in the Stone. Oh man, I forgot about that movie. Another classic animated movie. Need to watch. What were the names of the three kittens in the Aristocrats? Oh God. Edgar, Mary, and Thomas. Duchess? Duchess, my God. Duchess, Thomas, and Berlioz. Bro, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with this one. Wow, got that right. That's crazy. Okay. Totally. Yep. Do that. Let's go. Confident. Which comedian makes a zombie cam? Oh my God. Which comedian makes a zombie cameo in Zombieland? This is between Bill Murray, Paul Rudd, Jim Carrey, Seth Rogen, and the answer is Bill Murray. And bro gets absolutely clapped. But this movie's so funny. This was such a good movie. Lastly, what was the top grossing movie of 2014? Ooh, The Babadook, Love Rosie, Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to say Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, any Marvel movie is going to do that. I got 8 of 15. That was so bad. What? It just said I did good. Bro, what? I did not do good. That was terrible. Okay, let's see some other. Okay, I think this is gonna be another frame quiz. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully you guys are actually watching this. Otherwise, you're just listening to me describe this, and it's probably not that entertaining. But maybe I'm entertaining already. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You talking? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Say hello to my little friend. You know what your problem is, man? You know what your problem is, man? I hate that I have to type it out, bro. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna say the good, the bad, the ugly. There's no way this is right. Shit. Skip for a hand. I need another hand. Successful lawmen's plans to retire anonymously in Tombstone, Arizona are disrupted by kind of outlaws he has. He was famous for eliminating. Bro, I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen this movie. Okay, love that. Okay. Oh, I can go back. Okay, let's see. Not gonna load. Cool, awesome. All right. Go to the archive. Oh, I can just. Damn, these look tough. Let me click on this. What movie is this? Damn, I don't know, bro. What? That shit is hard, bro. Oh my God. Okay, let's see if there's another. Okay, here's a Disney or animated version, whatever. Let's see. Is it this one? Oh no, this is this one. So this is a Disney frame quiz. Which Disney movie is this? Aladdin, Tarzan, The Jungle Book, or Robin Hood? This is very much Aladdin. Let's fucking go. We out here. Also, Jasmine. I'd say probably number 2 or 3 of the princesses. She's fire. Belle is number 1, obviously. Which Disney movie is this? The Aristocrats, Pocahontas, Mulan, or Lion King 1994? This is clearly Lion King. It's a circle of life. It moves on. Which Disney movie is this? Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Also, that's a lead movie. Mary Poppins, Frozen, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Which Disney movie is this? Finding Nemo, Moana, Frozen 2, The Little Mermaid. I mean, my instinct is to say Finding Nemo because I feel like this is the deep water where the butt is, but it very much could be these other ones. But I'm gonna say Finding Nemo. Yeah, let's go. That shark. Wow. See, Finding Nemo is another movie with a shark that's actually good, so I can't hate that. Oh, which Disney movie is this? Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, or Princess and the Frog? I'm pretty. Um, okay, this is not Princess and the Frog. This is not Cinderella. I'm pretty positive this is Sleeping Beauty. It's Beauty and the Beast. Fuck. That was my initial thought. I was like, oh, I think this is Beauty and the Beast in my mind. Because just watching, this is when like it peers through and like it goes through goes through the forest. But then I was looking at the castle in the background. It just doesn't remind me of Beauty and the Beast. Bro. That's so annoying. Okay. That's crazy. I didn't get that. What Disney movie is this? Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Up, or Inside Out? This is very clearly Toy Story. If you don't know the clouds, if you don't know, then no. That made no sense. Okay. Which Disney movie is this? Enchanted, Snow White, Alice in the Wonderland, Mulan. Okay, this is not Mulan. I do not think this is Alice in Wonderland. I pretty sure Enchanted is literally like live action. Oh my god, I don't think this is Snow White though. Maybe this is Alice in Wonderland. Bro, this is about to be like Mulan. I feel like this wouldn't be the frame that they would show for Alice in the Wonderland though. 1951. This does look kind of old, but I know Snow White's really old too. I'm pretty sure Snow White's like the number one. Snow White, let's go with it. Fuck, I knew it. I literally knew it, and I still, god damn it. Okay. Which Disney movie is this? Wall-E, Coco, The Incredibles, or Ratatouille? I'm pretty sure this is The Incredibles or Ratatouille, but I'm gonna say Incredibles. It's Ratatouille. God damn it. Wow, I am being fucking clapped. Chat, I'm literally being cooked right now. Like in Ratatouille, I am literally this carrot that he's about to throw into this pot. That's how cooked I am. Okay. Okay, I know this. Which Disney movie is this? Sleeping Beauty, Tangled, Bambi, Onward. Onward also underrated. Um, it's so funny. I actually did a project recently that had to do with this movie. Tangled. Yep. Knew it. Rapunzel, also an elite princess. All right, let's see. Which Disney movie is this? Hercules, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, Tarzan, Treasure Planet. I mean, I feel like your initial reaction would be to say Hercules, but based off these images that are cut off, I'm gonna guess. Oh, this could be No, I'm gonna guess Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Oh my god, it's literally Hercules. That is so obnoxious. God, that sucked, dude. What the hell? Okay, there's gotta be. God, these ads are crazy. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. Let me see. Um, is this just a good way to kill time? Like, I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna do a movie tier list. Hopefully, this is entertaining in some way. Otherwise, that's just gonna suck for people listening or watching. I'm sorry. Um, oh, should I do a Pixar version? Am I sharing my screen? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, I feel like this is like too much. Let's see. The ultimate tier list. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The ultimate Devil Wears Prada trivia quiz. Wait, there's no way I'm gonna do well on this. Okay. Oh wait. You know what? Let's try it. Okay, wait. I need to share my screen. What is the first thing Andy is doing at the beginning of the movie? She's brushing her teeth. I am actually rewatching this movie currently. What is the first thing Emily says to Andy, other than Andy's name? What was the first thing Emily says? What are you doing here? Who picked that? Human resources had an odd sense of humor. I think that's that. Human resources had an odd sense of humor. Yep. Elite. What does Emily? How does Emily describe Andy's bag? Foul. That's foul. Hideous. Ugly. Disgusting. I feel like foul or disgusting. I'm gonna say disgusting. I feel like this is not right. Fuck, it's foul. God damn it. Okay. What is the name of the publishing company that publishes Runway? Elias Clark. I think it's Elias Clark. Let's go. While Nate, Andy, Doug, and Lily dine together, Miranda calls Andy. Lily intercepts the phone and circulates amongst the group until Andy retrieves it. Which friend ends up speaking to Miranda? Um, damn, bro, I don't know. I remember this scene. Okay, I guess I'm gonna say Doug. Nope, Andy. That what? Where does Miranda get her coffee from? Starbucks. Come on now. Come on now. What is the name of Emily's friend? Shakira, Sandra, Sabrina. Bro, I don't know. I'm gonna say Sandra. That sounds right. Nope, Serena. Sick. Why is Miranda's flights from Miami to New York canceled? I'm not gonna say terrorist or pilot death. I'm gonna say plane malfunction. Hurricane. Yeah, that would make more sense. Damn. What are the names of the editors in chief's daughters? Carolina, Cassidy, Haley and Hannah, Emily and Elizabeth. I'm pretty sure it's Emily and Elizabeth. No. God, I'm so bad at this. There was only one place Nigel was able to read Runway as a kid. I'm gonna say Under Covers at Night. Yes, that seems like a Nigel thing. What type of bag does Andrea give her friend Lily? Isn't it Kate Spade? No. I feel like Marc Jacobs, it's not even that cool. Who is Patricia? Okay, well, that's confusing with this photo. So I'm gonna say it's a dog. Okay. That I guess you can't give it away with a photo, but what is Andy's mistake when she goes to deliver the book for the first time? She goes upstairs. Wait, puts the book on the wrong table. I think she puts it on the wrong table. Listens to the twins. Well, yeah, but she goes upstairs. Okay. What's the last word said in the film? Andy, Boston, stop. I'm gonna say go. Let's go. Let's go. What does Andrea really want to be? Oh, Andrea. I was thinking, yeah, she wants to be a journalist. I was getting confused with the photo. I was thinking Miranda. After the incident with the book, Miranda decides to challenge Andy by asking her to bring the twins' unpublished manuscript of a certain book. What book is this? Oh my god, I don't know. It was a child's book, but Puff the Magic Dragon, sure. I don't remember. I misspelled that. Harry Potter. Yeah, I should have known that. It's so annoying. Why does Lily get mad at Andy? She finds out Andy's going to Paris. Andy says she catches Andy kissing Christian. Yeah. Why does Doug like Lily's art show? There's both art and sex in the same place. There's lots of food. Doug likes Lily. Really great and interesting art. I'm gonna say there's lots of food. No. Yeah, that makes more sense. Damn, this quiz is long. Okay. What is the real reason Andy discovers she was selected over Emily to go to Paris? Emily gets sick, isn't it? Oh, she's replacing Emily. Damn. At a fashion show, Emily tells Andy she's on a new diet and says, I eat nothing, and when I feel like I'm about to faint, I eat a popcorn cheese cube. I think it's cheese cube. Yep. Who was originally going to become the co-president of James Holt International? I think it was Nigel, yeah? They literally show a photo of Nigel. What? Why does Andy quit her job at Runway? Doesn't quit Miranda fires. She wants a better job. She realizes she hurt a lot of people. Her feelings are hurt by too many people, and she can't take it anymore. I think she realized she hurt a lot of people. Yeah. In the end, Nate becomes a sous chef at a restaurant in another city. What is this city? What is that city? I'm pretty sure it's Chicago. Boston. I feel like Boston's close enough. What magazine does Andrew Sachs work for? Runway. What? It's like the easiest one. Who tries to take Miranda's place as editor in chief? I'm gonna say Emily. No, Jacqueline. I don't remember who fucking Jacqueline is. Complete this quote. Some hideous blank convention you have to go to. Some hideous blouse sweater convention, sweater convention, I'm gonna guess. Skirt. It's like, where does Miranda get stuck after her flight is canceled because of bad weather? So she was flying Chicago, Miami. Bro, god damn it. If one nod is good and two nods is very good, what is a pursing of the lips? Catastrophe. Groundbreaking. Exceptional. Sweet. Which important event of Nate's does Andy miss out on celebrating because she's at work? His birthday. Remember that. What? I thought. Scripts. Say Central Park. Nope. God. I did so bad. 13 of 30. My God. That was so bad, guys. I almost I almost forgot I was recording. Okay, let me see this. Is there anything else I can like talk about? I don't know. Pixar movie quiz. Let's see that. Let's do this one. Start quiz. Enter movie. What? Wait. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, let me see. Let me look for movie quiz. Movie quiz. Sorry, but there's no way millennials can ace this 80s from their end. Can you name these movies from their endings? Wait, this sounds kind of interesting. Okay. Okay. This sounds interesting. I already know I know the answer for the first one already. Because this is Courtney's favorite movie. And I'm sharing the wrong screen. Okay. Let's go. Here it is. Okay. So this is, if you can name these films from their endings, your movie knowledge is truly elite. A spinning top wobbles on a table as the screen cuts to black. Shutter Island, Inception, The Prestige, Interstellar. Also, these are just fucking elite movies right here. Like, literally, like all in like probably within my top 20 movies of all time. Interstellar, obviously up there. Like that. This is crazy. I don't know. Also with DiCaprio on both these. The sure. Oh my god, it's Inception. But wow, such a good ending. Courtney's favorite movie of all time. Two characters hold hands in a field as the world ends around them. Don't Look Up, The Day After Tomorrow, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Well, I feel like that's too obvious, so I'm gonna guess that. Yeah, well, never seen that, but that seems like it makes sense. The protagonist walks into a snowy woods alone, leaving their fate uncertain. Into the Wild, The Shining, The Revenant, Fargo. I'm trying to remember what the ending of The Revenant was, but I'm guessing this is Into the Wild. Oh, The Shining. Damn, how did I forget that? That's crazy. A man escapes through a sewage pipe and reunites with his friends on a beach in Mexico. With his friend in beach on Mexico. Shawshank Redemption, The Great Escape, Escape from Alcatraz, Papillon. Escape from Alcatraz is such a good movie, but this is The Shawshank Redemption. Like such a underrated Clint Eastwood movie. The main character says, "I am your father" during a lightsaber duel. Okay, well, this is Star Wars. This is Star Wars oh my god, which one? I think this is A New Hope. I literally just talked about this yesterday or just the other day with someone. Oh, oh my god, that's so annoying. She wakes up in Kansas and said there's no place like home. Yeah. Alice in the Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, Oz the Great and Wonderful. This is Wizard of Oz. I used to love this movie, and then finding out about the crazy shit that happened in this movie is insane. Um, he discovers he's been dead the whole time while talking to a child. This movie is so good. The Others, The Sixth Sense, The Prestige, Identity, Sixth Sense. I see dead people. This movie is so good. Um, they drive off a cliff in a Thunderbird convertible rather than surrendering to the police. Bonnie and Clyde, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Natural Born Killers, Thelma and Louise. Um, I would guess Bonnie and Clyde, but based off the Thunderbird, I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to say Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Thelma and Louise. Should have known that. Never seen that movie though, but damn. He stands at a train station, unsure if she'll show up. Then she appears and they kiss. Before sunrise, The Notebook, before sunset, Casablanca. I'm pretty positive this is Casablanca. No, never seen this movie. God damn it. Okay, I'm terrible. A character whispers something inaudible into another's ear, then smiles as the film ends. Okay, well I've only seen one of these movies, so I don't. And it's not her. I don't think it's 500 Days of Summer because I think that ends. Wait, a character whispers something and smile. That could be 500 Days actually. However, it's not letting me click on it, so I guess we'll just fucking never know. Wow, that is unresponsive. Okay, well, the page is just not working. Let me reload this. It's my Wi-Fi code. Is that why? What's happening? Honestly, it just does not matter. Whatever. Um, hopefully you're seeing all this stuff. Otherwise, that would kind of just suck. But let's see. Okay, this 12 question movie quiz. Okay, let's see. Let me share screen again. So this 12 question movie quiz is so difficult. You won't be able to pass unless you're truly obsessed with film. Let's see. What word do all four of these movies share? Well, this is Love Actually. This, I don't know. This is Stupid Crazy Love, so I'm gonna say it's love. Yeah. P.S. I Love You, Shakespeare in Love. What word do all four of these movies share? So this is Men in Black, X-Men, No Country for Old Men, 12 Angry Men. So men. Men are the best. Not being those allegations. What word do all four of these movies share? Okay, so Little Mermaid. Okay, so I already know it's Little. Uh, Stuart Little. Little House on the Prairie is this? And then I don't fucking know what that movie is. Little Women. Stuart Little. Little Shop of Horrors. Okay. What word do all four of these movies share? Okay, well already I know it's Star, but Star Wars, Star Trek, Stars Born. I don't know this, but Star. Starship Troopers. Never seen it. What word do all four of these movies share? It's night. Nightcrawler, Night at the Museum, A Night in Paris. I don't know this one, but it's night. Before Midnight. Okay. What word do all four of these movies share? Okay, this might be harder. I don't know if I know this. Okay. Oh. Oh. I think it's Jungle. Because this is Jungle Book. Oh, it might be Book though. Oh my god, what is this? I'm gonna say Book. I think it's Book. Yep. Called it The Notebook. How did I not realize that's in The Notebook? Damn. What word do all four of these share? Is it Home? Home Alone, Spider-Man, Far From Home or No Way From Home, Daddy's Home. I forgot this movie. I think it's Home. Yep. Homecoming. That's what it is. Okay. What were all four of these movies share? Fast. Yeah. Okay. That was obvious. What were all four of these movies share? American Psycho, American Pie, American Gangster, American Beauty. American. Dude, I've never even seen American Beauty. What word do all four of these movies share? Dark. It's dark. Donnie Darko, Dark Knight. I forgot what this movie's called. I forgot what this movie is, but it's dark. Zero Dark, Dark City. Okay. What words do all four of these movies share? Dead. So this is Dawn of the Dead. This is Deadpool. This is probably like some other thing. Dawn. Dead. It's dead though. Night of the Living Dead. Dead Poet Society. I've never seen that. I need to see that. What word do all four of these movies share? So Avatar: Last Airbender. It's the Miley Cyrus movie. I forgot what it's called. Indiana Jones and something. Um, is this the summer movie? Is it first Indiana and Avatar the last? Oh, I think it's last because it's the Miley Cyrus movie, which is something last. Fuck. Ah, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Avatar and the Last Airbender. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then like the last song. I think it's last. Bro, how did I pull that out? I got 12 out of 12. That is great, bro. Stop playing with me, boy. Let's go, boy. I'm actually him. Genuinely. Genuinely. Damn. Okay, that was actually fun. That was good. I did good. Guys, fuck, I did good. Fuck going on. Okay, let's do another one. This is fun. This is actually shit I would do by myself. So you're kind of just a peek into what I would do by myself. And I would also be talking to myself in an accent. So yeah, that's yeah. Listening back to this is gonna be fucking insane. Oh my god. I hope this is entertaining at least. Okay. So I have to tap on the movie. Tap on Back to the Future. Yeah, right there. One of the best trilogies of all time. Tap on the Breakfast Club. Where are you, Breakfast Club? Um, yeah, I think this is it. No. Oh, I didn't see that. God damn it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right there. Die Hard. Where is you? Where are you? Die Hard. Oh, yeah, it's that. Die Hard. Top Gun. Yeah, so obvious. Okay, this is not that difficult. Beetlejuice. The Goonies, right there. The Gremlins. Uh, yeah, right there. Caddyshack, right there. Footloose. Footloose. Yeah, the original Footloose right there. Kevin Bacon. Stand by Me right there. Such a good movie. Princess Bride. Um, I'm gonna guess it's this one. No, I've never seen The Princess Bride. Damn. Poltergeist. Damn, I've heard this movie's fucking terrifying. Is it this one? No. Oh my god, fucking child. Dirty Dancing. This is Dirty Dancing. Okay. Little Shop of Horror. I already know that because it was on the last quiz. Flash Dancer. It's got that one. I guess I went fucking 5 times. Okay. All right. Let's see what else there is. I don't even know if this is entertaining. Like, is this? Did my chat GPT give me anything else to talk about that's entertaining that could be fun for you guys to listen to besides me taking a quiz? um, Walking past someone. No. I mean, I'll probably call it soon here, honestly. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like some of these are just too random to talk about right now. So this might just be kind of, I mean, this is already like a whatever episode, as you can tell, but um I'm kind of down to keep doing these movie trivia shit, you know? Courtney did tell me not to do old movie stuff, but you know, she's not here, so okay. Let's see. Let's see. If you're no. Can I get I feel like they're all like the same movies. I feel like I need to find a different movie quiz. Um Footloose, Footloose, Footloose shoes. 20 iconic movie props that only die-hard cinephiles can recognize easily. Can you? Who's Dora? Dora. Okay, let's share my screen, boy. I bet. All right. Let's see. What is this from? This has got to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, it's that chick that blows bubbles. Yeah, because of Dixie Girl. Okay, this image of this pen. I'm gonna guess this is. It doesn't look like Mean Girls, but I'm gonna say Mean Girls. Legally Blonde. Damn it, I did not know that. Yeah, this is Wizard of Oz for sure. Classic. A burger phone. Well, I don't think it's Napoleon Dynamite. I think I'm just gonna say I'm guessing this is Juno. Never seen this movie though. Oh, yeah, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Never seen that movie, but you know, it's iconic. Wait, let me take a photo of this because I need to see this movie. I just never have. Need to add this shit to my list, boy. Um, a clock, like a pocket watch. Pulp Fiction. It's not Goodfellas. I'm saying Reservoir Dogs. It's Pulp Fiction. Damn, how do I not know that? Recording, Blank Check, Miss Doubtfire, Home Alone 2. This is Home Alone 2. Yeah, knew it. Hangover. Yeah, this is Men in Black. Men in Black 3. Knew it. Ooh, this is Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery. Yep. Knew it. It's like a sick poster though. Another watch. The Martian, The Tenant, Interstellar. Oh, this is when they're trying to get the same clock. I think this is Interstellar. Yeah. He's like talking to his daughter. Wilson. Castaway. Ha. The Breakfast Club. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wow. That sucks. Now You See Me, The Great Gatsby, Ocean's 8. So Now You See Me. Nope. Of course it's Ocean's 8. I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna say Fantastic Beasts. The Sorcerer's Stone. Damn. Yep. Inception. Know that. Yeah, this is American Psycho. Mm, mm, mm. This is Pirates of the Caribbean. Squeeze Me Gently. The Mask. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think this is Ace Ventura. Oh, The Mask. Cameron Diaz. This is her first acting debut. Not only did she do a good job, she is so insanely gorgeous. Yeah, the horse head. This is The Godfather. Very famous, infamous scene. Okay, well, okay, I might call it because that's been a while, and I don't know if that was even entertaining at all. Hopefully it was. It's kind of weird to talk to a camera by yourself for almost 2 hours, so hopefully you guys found that entertaining. This is the probably the second longest I've ever talked to myself. No, this is the longest I've ever talked to myself. So this is kind of wild. But this also kind of goes to show me that I can probably do this if I truly want to in the future, if I can't get another co host. But I'll try to come more prepared. I was prepared for a bit. and then kind of just um, got myself out of it by doing the quizzes just because I needed something, you know. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning to another episode of Overshared, episode 27. We are 40 episodes away from the lucky number there. Um, hopefully we'll get something out. I mean, we will get another video out next week. Hopefully Courtney will be on it and she'll be back from Paris, so we'll hear about that. Bro, she's always traveling. I'm just like here. I'm always just here. She's always doing shit. Um, must be nice. But anyways, let me know how you like this. And if you find this entertaining, or if you didn't, let me know. Maybe it was too much. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can edit this shit tonight because it would be kind of fun to get this out. Yeah. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later and stay blessed. Oh, I need a thumbnail. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Wait. Let me think. Okay. What should I do? What should I do? Gotta fix my hair real quick. Am I smoking? No, am I smoking? What am I doing? No. How about that? Yeah. How about that? Just alone, like on the podcast alone, smiling. No, I can't do that. No. I feel like that looks so stupid. Does this look dumb? No, that's too bright. Okay, you know what? I probably got something there. All right, later.